princesses, today I'm going to be decluttering my makeup. So I think last week or last couple of weeks ago I did my skincare decluttering, and of course I'm also back to do my makeup too. So of course doing YouTube I do tend to collect a lot of makeup and skincare, either stuff that was bought by me or sent to me or given as gifts. And I personally do not think that I need to hold on to everything because it will expire at some point. And if I'm not going to use it up and I'm not enjoying using it, or I think that someone else will enjoy it more, I don't see anything wrong with giving it away. Or in some cases, if I don't think that anyone that I know will like it, especially with foundations and things like that, and if they're lightly used or can be sanitized, I do actually sell a lot of my collection. These are my possessions, and for the most part I have paid for them. So if I sell them, I do get some money back, and that money gets put towards new products. And that is how I can afford to do this, because making YouTube videos is expensive. So I'm going to start off with my base drawer, which you can barely see. That's a little bit better. This has got all of my foundations and powders, concealers. Got a lot of cushion puffs in here as well, actually. So as always, I have a substantial amount of bases because that is one of the main things that I do on my channel, is to review light coloured foundations. So there are definitely a couple in here that I feel like either I do not use or do not suit me. So the first one would be the Up You Cross Through the Kumo cushion. Super cute, but not the right colour. Going to someone else. The Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me foundation in the shade 110 is not actually a bad colour, but it's just not my favourite formula anymore. I just have other things that I prefer to use on a regular basis. Same with the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation in Ivory. This is actually a really good colour for pale, warm-toned princesses, but again, I actually don't like the formula of this that much. Have a look at what else we have. We have a couple of cushions. I've got my Laneige, I have my Espoir in porcelain, and my Stylelander cushion, which I absolutely love. The Laneige I'm going to keep because that one is almost finished. And I may repurchase a refill for it. I use the shade 11 Porcelain. It's a really good colour. My Stylelander is running low, but once I finish this I'll be trying to find some other cushions to actually fit into this compact. So the cushion itself does come out and is replaceable, but Stylelander don't make any replacement cushions at all. It's absolutely bizarre because look at how gorgeous this is. It is actually the prettiest little compact. It's seashell, it's baby pink. It's my hopes and dreams, but no refills. This is the Espoir cushion, and I think that this one is almost finished. There's a little bit of product, so I'm going to try and use this up so I can get rid of it. I also have my Misha Jimsul BB cake. This is really beautiful. I've made a substantial dent into this. I don't know if I will finish it up, but I would be interested in seeing if I could get a replacement puff for this, because the packaging is obviously beautiful, and I do like to reuse the packaging, and getting replacement puffs, replacement cushions, even in different formulas, means that I can reuse the packaging and it's cheaper. I have my two standard foundations. I have the NARS Sheer Glow in Siberia, which I actually do not like the formula of at all, but it is the perfect colour and I use it mainly for comparison swatches at the moment. And my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NC10. It's not quite the right colour if you compare the two. The NARS is just that touch more yellow, but it's a beautiful formula and I use it mainly for performance music. Another two that I use on a daily basis and love are the Clio Kill Cover Airwear Powder Foundation. It has the most beautiful finish. It's not really the right colour, but the finish is just too nice for me to get rid of it. The same is with the Peri Pera Perry's Ink Drop. Actually is a really good colour for me, and as long as I use the right application method, so it works best with a beauty blender, I can get a really beautiful finish for this. I haven't reviewed this yet, but I would like to know if you guys would like to hear about it. This is the Ordinary Serum Foundation. I have the shade 1.0N, which is very fair neutral. I don't believe this came in a very fair warm tone, but it is a really lovely colour nonetheless. I've used a lot of it actually. I've used about a quarter of it already because I just have to use quite a lot of the product. But if you would like to hear about it, let me know. I have my Innisui foundation, which I thought I was going to get rid of and use the other day just to check to see if it was any good, and I'm surprised at how much I like this one. I'd kind of forgotten about it because I've had it for quite some time, maybe like 2 years now. It has a 12-month expiry date, but I don't care. I have the shade 100, and this is just the liquid foundation. I'm gonna keep it, it's cute. I have the Soy Nutri foundation by Skin Food, which has surprisingly been going really well for me. It hasn't really melted off, but I still can't wear it for an extended period of time. Beautiful colour for the summer. I have my two Misha BB creams. I have the Real Complete as well as the Perfect Cover, which I re-reviewed recently, and I discovered that I don't like the Perfect Cover that much. I think the Signature Complete is still fantastic, but I don't know, I just don't think that this is that good anymore, so I actually might get rid of this. I think that is it for, oh no, I have one powder foundation as well, which is the Laura Mercier. This is the foundation powder in number 1. And it's just a really good shade, and I'm almost out of it, so I'm really actually trying to get rid of this. For primers, which I probably should have done first, I have both of my 3CE Style Linda Back to Baby primers, which I absolutely love. I also have my Moisture Mist Pre-Makeup Cream, which is what I use if I want a less luminous but still moisturized base. To be honest, I don't really prime my skin that often, but this is still a really nice primer. I think you can only get this in like Australasia though. I have one Lonely Concealer. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in Fair 1, and this is extremely old and extremely out of focus right now. This really does need replacing, but I haven't found anything that is cost effective to replace it with, because NARS Chantilly concealer is fantastic but ridiculously expensive. So I am on the hunt for a K-Beauty concealer in this sort of very, very pale yellow tone shade. Okay, now we are down to powders. So for just our plain setting powders, I have 4 of them, which is ridiculous because I don't need those. My holy grail is definitely the Skin Food Multi-Finish Powder, so I'm definitely keeping that. I really want to retry the Innisfree No Sebum Mineral Powder, which I got recently in my boutique BB bag, so that's going to stay. I actually did not like the Etude House Zero Sebum Powder, so that's going to go. And I have around about half of my MAC Prep and Prime Powder. This is just the transparent finishing powder. It's fine, it's just a little bit average, so I might get rid of this one as well. For my fancy powders, I have 2 from Hourglass at the moment. So the first one is the Ambient Lighting Powder in Ethereal Light, which I use to set and highlight my face. It's very, very subtle, but super, super good for pale skin, and I've used actually quite a lot of this. And then I also have my Hourglass Upside Down Ambient Lighting Edit in Surreal Light. And this is absolutely gorgeous, but I do have to use a really light hand because it's not really made for pale skin. And then I just have copious amounts of cushion puffs. I have a bunch of them that are still drying, to be honest. I have a whole roll of them here. Drowning in cushion puffs. My beauty blender actually sits inside this little beauty blender cup. It's just what it comes in, but it stops it from rolling around on the floor, which I find to be quite unhygienic. And then I just have a massive amount of cushion puffs, so 14 of them, and my Lonely Skin Food puff. I actually put the Skin Food puff onto the loose powder to stop it from tipping out too much powder in transit, so that's why I keep them around. But yeah, this is a little ridiculous. These are the 5 that I use through my work week basically. They've just been washed and are still drying, so they're a little bit damp. I use one for each day. I don't like reusing them because I don't find them to be very effective. And so once these are sort of too tired, like this one is getting really stretched out, I will replace them with the other puffs. I also have some limited edition puffs from the Sem, which are part of the Disney collection. There's nothing super special about them. They are just Disney puffs. They're really cute and they work well. So I ended up getting some of those too. I really see the difference between the new and the old Vanilla Go puffs. So this is what this drawer looks like now. It's a lot more cleared out. I have foundations in this side, primers, concealers. Underneath I have some of the unused cushion puffs and powders, my normal setting powders, and all of that stuff. The Hourglass palette is just chilling down the side. But there is a lot of room in this one. I think I've done really well throughout the year to get rid of the majority of the foundations that didn't work straight away rather than waiting till the end of the year to clean them out. So that is it for today, and I will see you guys in a couple of weeks when I will do my lipsticks as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.